Hey, we're back with our early lifestyle, talking about all the things that are trying to put roadblocks in front of our retire early lifestyle. We're here in the tropics. We've been all over the place, all around the globe, and traveled all over USA. We give you the perspective of people that have done quite a lot of things, like prepping, homesteading, homeschooling, and all of the above. And today we've got some whoppers for you. Got a few whoppers for you today. Hang around, stick around, see what you think. But you've heard of the cities of the future in Latin America that they want to bring. And then you got the other side of the coin. You got Bukeleism, which whenever they tack an ism on the end, you have to watch out, because they're trying to pervert something good into something bad. Turn it into something about leather jackets and hairstyles and glasses, as opposed to looking at what he does and the results of his policies. Bukeleism, communism, capitalism, none of the above ism. I'm gonna get to it, see what you think. Leave me some comments. But apparently with these, both the 15-minute cities and the cities of the future, I mentioned politicians here in Mexico trying to, steadfastly at work, trying to push a vision. A dystopian, technocratic vision, yes, even here in Mexico. You know, and they try to pilot this thing off by going to really poor countries and offering people a week's wages to sign up. But have they considered what's going on? You know, one of the tenets of, you know, they always tell you the good side. Like when they're pushing something that's not good for you, they always want to make it sound good, like the security. The first thing that comes to mind is when they scan your irises and when they take your fingerprints, it's security, right? You think, oh, it's secure because, why, you know, you'll know it's me, you know, right? So nobody else can steal it. But is that true? Is that really true? There are reports that hackers have stepped up their game. You've heard of deep fake, right? That's use all this AI technology and digital technology to make things fake. You've heard of it. There's a big fight coming up with Elon Musk and Zuckerberg that's going to include a lot of AI in it, no doubt, to get people really comfortable with AI and the deep fake subject, to give you the peaches and cream version of it. And but on the other side of this coin, it looks like hackers are able to use deep fake AI technology against itself to actually fake people's biometrics. So apparently there have been now deep fake robberies where they steal people's biometrics. They fake their they fake your iris scan, or they fake your fingerprint, or they fake your facial recognition most of the time. That's one of the great things. Oh, facial recognition, you know, it's secure, it's your face, it's your palm. But hackers have figured it out. They've used AI technology, of all things, to fake you. Now, if that isn't bad enough, right? That right there is reason enough for anybody to say, well, wait a minute. if we're going to build a society based on this idea, this is not foolproof. These things are not as secure as they make them sound. But here's the thing. With biometrics, it goes a step further. If somebody steals your social security number, you can go get a new one. You can go ask the agency to give you a new social security number. You know, if somebody steals your date of birth, well, you don't have to use it. But if somebody fakes your face, a picture of your face, a picture of your iris, your fingerprints, your voice print, that's you. You can't change that. That is you. You were created. You're a unique, special human being, a special thing with a soul.
What's that paying, my friend?
And you're selling your soul for a morsel of food, just like Esau, like my son's always ribbed me on that one. Esau, right, Esau. Esau sold his inheritance for a morsel of food because all he thought about was the moment, the thing in front of his face at the moment. He didn't think about the long-term aspect, and he got swindled because he was hungry at the moment. And he said, yeah, whatever, you can have my inheritance. Just give me a plate of lentils. What do you think about that? Once somebody steals your biometrics, what happens to you? You've been stolen. Because the thief's usually gone, now he's got you. So what would you do if you are stolen? But it's worse than kidnapping, because with kidnapping it's possible to be released. But once your biometrics are stolen, they're gone. And criminals usually sell this kind of information to other criminals, so it could be passed around. Your life, your you is gone. You are just destroyed. You're gone. Do people think about this?
No, they don't.
Please leave me a message in the comments. Have you thought about this? Have you been somebody that has been thinking of the wonderful security of all this technology, facial recognition, thumbprint, voice print, blah, 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 blah. Moving on to the next walker. I'm still seeing promotion. Of course you are, Frank. I'm still seeing promotion of go here, go there. It's a wonderful world. There's nothing to worry about. No global medical communism on the horizon. That's why the president of Mexico is quickly stashing on the side of the good guys, because there's no global communism on the horizon. That's why he's doing it, because there's no global communism. He's just doing it for the heck of it. And I wanted to add to what I said in the previous video. Centralization is normally bad, but there's a very short window in history and time when things make sense that during normal peaceful times they wouldn't make sense. Like say you live in a really peaceful neighborhood and everybody's got a yard and everything seems really easygoing and peaceful, and I mean there's no bars on the windows, there's no bars on the doors, there's no fences, there's no dogs, there's no, everything seems peaceful. But then overnight the neighborhood changes and gangs with guns and machetes go from house to house and pull people, rape and pillage and murder. And all of a sudden, not having a fence, not having bars, not having self-defense weapons, wow, they're not dizzy yet? I'll bet they drink a lot of ginger tea when they get off of there. Ginger tea for the dizziness, if you didn't know that. Huh. Wow, how long do they do that? Oh my gosh. I hope they get paid well. 20 minutes swinging upside down. That's wow, I couldn't do it. I couldn't swing 20 minutes up, right side up. So I was saying, all of a sudden, not having those things, not having a fence, not having a dog, not having protection, no longer makes sense. It now makes sense to do all of the things that seemed outlandish in a different time. And that's the time, the period of time that we live in. The next whopper is about Abbott. And his team in Texas and their little floating balls, kind of.
I think they're calling them buoys.
Yeah, the floating buoys or balls, whatever you want to call them, they remind me of triathletes and triathlons.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the athletes couldn't make it. They would try to go over the wall or swing over this blah blah or go over these buoys, and they couldn't do it. And these people are trained athletes too. So your average guy trying to cross over isn't a trained athlete. You know, the trained athlete, you can look at them and see they've got bulging muscles everywhere. And these guys aren't like that. A lot of them are young people. And so we've had the first few deaths now. And so there's a huge squabble over it. And I'm not trying to minimize either side. I just want to talk about both sides and talk about what's not being said. Isn't that what I usually do? Isn't that why you come to my channel? Well, what's Frank got to say about this? Tell me in the comments if there's something you want me to cover on my whoppers. But here's the thing. Abbott and this is a quote, Abbott and other conservatives say that people were dying before the floating balls. Now they've got steel metal cables between these things, and they've got razor wire all over the place. So Abbott and other conservatives say it's the fault of, and they like to group the Biden administration with the Mexican president. They like to do that because the Mexican president is not pro-wall. So they like to say, well, it's their fault because they have liberal policies, an open border policy. They should have a closed border policy because of all the criminals and all the drugs, right? We've heard this storyline. But what aren't we hearing? Well, the Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia wrote a letter saying how inhumane and ungodly it is that people need to be treated with respect and their human rights need to be respected. And I already know how people answer that. They say, great, come in legally. But that's where the rub is. Great, come in legally. Well, did you know that there are people now being discriminated against? You can call them whatever you want. You can call them right-wing, you can call them conservatives, you can call them Christians. But they're being discriminated. And these aren't just anybody's. They're immediate families of U.S. citizens. Yeah, your neighbors, your parishioners, the people that you shop with, the people you go to church with, the people you interact with on social media. They have spouses, they have children, and they're being kept separated by discrimination by the United States Immigration Department. Yes, the very same one that tells you the Darien Gap is closed and then they just widen it more. The same people. So yeah, I hear you. I understand closed border. I get it. You know, I'm not somebody that's intentionally obtuse. I know. I get it, closed border. But where's the fair border? You know, where's the fair border? If the border was fair, why so many people don't just come in legally? You know, did you ask yourself that? Do people ask themselves that? The fact that something so important as reuniting a marriage So these aren't people that have no connection to America. I mean, we haven't even talked about them reuniting a marriage. And this isn't people that got married 3 months ago. This is people that have been married for years. Nope, nothing doing. Don't want to take a jab. Bottom of the list. Did you know that was happening? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about that hot button issue? Immigration, everybody gets sucked in to the superficial conversation, just like they got sucked in to a lot of superficial conversations, and just the exact reason why we dig deep while sluggards sleep and go deep into the subject matter. Are we perfect? No. But we get it right 997 times out of 1,000. Oh well, I guess we're only human. Once in a while, you know, we make a mistake. No worries, we'll fix it though. But let me know in the comments what you think about all that. Yeah, well, this is the second half. Way back. You didn't want us to leave that out, did you? And we do this as often as we want, so we're not going to sit here and take a taxi, you know.
We haven't used a taxi since we've been here.
No.
We walk, even with groceries.
We keep telling ourselves how good for our health it is. And it is. Fact is, we're doing it. We're doing it. But at some point, we're going to sit down and watch other people do it. And quit doing it.
But for now, we're doing it.
That's not anytime soon.